All right, so this is the beginning of my food forest about 6 years ago. You can see there was nothing there. Now there's a little something there. Those were the first three citrus trees I ever planted. And that was the first uh, moringa tree I ever planted, the Indian variety. You can see the seed pod right there. And this is a compilation of the beginning of my food forest, kind of the raw land before it was somewhat developed, and a little bit of commentary on it. It's always cool to see landscapes before they were really filled out with trees, and what you're about to see right there is all filled in with plants. So originally I was trying to dig a underground greenhouse, but my retaining wall only went 4 feet, and so I couldn't get the 6 feet to tap into the geothermal layer. So what I did is I ended up filling it up with palm tree that we took out, the stump, the fronds, and then some ficus that we trimmed, and then we filled it in with compost, mealworm castings, happy frog soil, and some other good stuff. And now I have a ton of trees growing right there where that pit is. So yeah, this is just kind of a walk along with pictures and some commentary, so you can kind of see. If you were to see it now, you're definitely going to see the change. And it was a slow going process at first. Originally, I had no irrigation in the entire area. And there's that palm tree I was talking about. In retrospect, I probably should have left it, but there were a lot of rats up there, and so yeah. Um, so, like I was saying, there's no irrigation on our property. There's some hay that I use for raised beds and all the plants that I would plant over the years I'd get from my friend Tom. No irrigation. Tom talks about that at his place in Orange County. At our place in the desert in the Coachella Valley, where it gets 120 plus in the summer sometimes, um, we were diligent to water for an hour or two every day, sometimes in the evening if it was really hot. We just could not give the plants enough water. We would still lose things. It was just an uphill battle that we were not winning. So about 3 years ago, I installed Netafin throughout the entire grow area, and once I did that, things really started to change. So yeah, if you live in a more tempered climate near the beach, or where you get a significant amount of rainfall, you may not need irrigation. But if you are in a desert, like the Coachella Valley or the Phoenix area or other places in the United States, desert Southwest, or other parts of the world, um, yeah, even with mulching all crazy and being diligent with watering, you're going to need to add irrigation. So that's just my advice. Um, but as you can see, now stuff's starting to fill in. I have about 100 fruit trees in the ground now, of different varieties. And there you go. I got my van full. Before I was able to buy a truck and a trailer, I had to do stuff out of my van. Uh, Take the seats out, put stuff in, put tarps down, put the stuff in, take it out, clean it, and then put the seats back for the kids. But it's all good. It was worth it. There you go. We call that the mulch monster. I have friends that have big companies. They'll come drop off palm tree mulch during palm tree trimming season, usually May and June, and it's free mulch. And I like it because it holds a lot of moisture. And then I usually put compost on top of it in the fall and just keep layering it. And I've done that for a few years now. And now my rocky, sandy soil is turning black and beautiful, and I've got my primary decomposers and my worms. So I also started building raised beds for myself and friends and family, but also clients. Those were my very first ones I ever did. They were cool. I don't make them like that anymore. I don't put any wood on the inside. Everything's on the outside, but I didn't know what I was doing when I first started. And then I would do hugelkultur beds. It is cool, does hold moisture, helps build the soil life. However, within 6 months to a year, you're going to have to add more soil because the soil level will drop. So sometimes that's a pain in the butt. But it works. I like it. There's people out there that don't like it, say it doesn't work. Different strokes for different folks. So we were growing that first summer and just getting a ton of cucumbers, tons of watermelons, some strawberries, and some other cool stuff. But primarily cucumbers were just killing it. We had the painted serpent variety. They're super tasty, almost like a melon. And yeah, so there's some passion fruit, some lychee. That might not be from my house. The lychee is not from my house. And the dragon fruit. But I love all that stuff. That's from my house. So I'd say 95% of these pictures are from my house. Malabar spinach growing, the Vicks plant growing. There's the Vicks plant right there, medicinal plant that you can use for a lot of different things. There's the flower. That thing is awesome, like something I've never seen before. A little spring or summer crop right there. You can see a little bit of heat scoring. But yeah, man, I mean, this is just all the little projects I've done over the years around my property. Now I have probably, I don't know, 15 raised beds between my front and backyard. I only have one in my front yard. All of them are in my backyard, but you know. So just try to maximize my space and grow as much food as I can and be as healthy as I can for my family. And it's sometimes easier said than done. You know, with us, we're gonna battle the heat. We're gonna battle some pests. We're gonna battle some critters. We had squirrels come up last year, and they were just annihilating all my stuff. So I had to go to war with them. I don't like using chemicals or anything that's going to harm the environment, but unfortunately, I will take out a critter if it's being too invasive. So there you go. That's the food forest right there. We had so many tomatoes last year. We were giving them away. So that was where that bare land was. You cannot see from one end to the other. It's just filled in with trees and plants and shrubs. And yeah, that's the backside of the property. There's an easement right there. That's an African moringa. That thing has been in the ground for like 2 years now, maybe going on 3, but it's just grows like crazy. That's Tindori. That's my friend's Palm Springs Food Forest. Go check that out. That's a cool video. And then, yeah, just more of the bounty that we get on a continuous basis. Himalayan mulberry is my favorite. So thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Please comment and subscribe.